we're going eagle chess. Biggity brought to you, biggity part by this guy. His name is Anatolij Bannik. He's pretty good at chickadee chess. I would have to say so myself. I would actually biggity break biggity brought to you, biggity part by biggity Boris Spassky.
OMG, Boris Spassky, we love you. You're awesome. Holy cannoli.
Up against Boris Spassky. Biggity Moscow. Biggity Moscow. 1961. The United Riggedy Russian Soviet style. Riggedy Russian Soviet style chickadee chess. It's simply the biggity best in Biggity Moscow. Biggity Moscow. They just wiggily welcomed on home Yuri Gagarin. First biggity man in super diggity 2% spiggity space. Spicky space. Wowzers, holy cowzers. Spicky space. Wowzers, holy cowzers. They just conquered space, and now they're here to conquer chickadee chess too. Chickadee chess biggity wood style. Brought to you in biggity part by Anatolij Bannik, the biggity best. He's like the biggity best, but he's up against a legendary Boris V. Spassky. Boris V. Spassky. Who's gonna wiggly win? Boris has spin the biggity black, so right onto the giggly game. Without further ado, I bring you chicken chess biggity pretty. Biggity pretty you. Biggity pretty you. Biggity brought to you. Biggity part by eagle chickadee chess. Oh my gosh, it's an Indian style defense. He's going for the Indian style defense. His name is Biggity Boris Spassky. He's legendary, indubitably, irrefutably, simply legendary. He's like legendary Moscow, Riggedy Russia, Mother Riggedy Russia, 1961 style. Biggity Bannik versus Spassky. Biggity Bannik in the wiggly white. He's gonna be doing all his might. He's going for the Queen's Giggly Gambit versus the Indian style. But look how defensive this Indian. He's not even going for a fianchetto. Is he gonna switch it on up? OMG, he's gonna go for the metered attack, but oh no, gloves on. This hand's a biggity Spassky as he's got about to get a biggity black eye here. Oh my gosh, biggity Bannik's got him on the ropes. Here's a king side castle from both. Rope the dopes. Wiggly Russian super diggity 2% chicky chess. Biggity blitz style. G-O-D. All in caps lock. Seriously, these guys are incredibly good at chickadee chess. They're like, wowzers, holy, on the edge of my seatsters. Here comes the biggity bishop. He's decided to fianchetto after all, but this tickety time is going queenside fianchetto. Ladies and gentlemen, queenside, boys and giggly girls, queenside castle. All right, here comes the defensive posturing here from our heroic hero Boris Spassky,
putting on good, unbiased, trustworthy.
Is that right?
On water quality. Not to mention the right filtration.
That was so dang difficult, especially in the Amazon Riggedy rainforest, where everything actually, I got dysentery and diarrhea every single tickety time I diggity drink from any kind of stream, but it wasn't as biggity bad when I did that biggity march over in biggity Manila, biggity back when I was captured by the Japanese, did that biggity bad, that was a biggity march, but then suddenly out of through the trees comes the biggity man from Manila. Oh my gosh, biggity man from Manila, he's the biggity boss, Ernie biggity Baltazar, he's like super diggity duper. Suddenly he just starts diggity dancing, and all the jiggity Japanese were like, well, yeah, man, that diggity dance makes Michael Jiggity Jackson blush because holy cannoli can Ernie Biggity Balls diggity dance. He got the diggity dance moves. Ernie, mysterious Biggity man from Manila saved me when I was biggity marching through the trees. He just parted those trees. It was so easy. It was no longer a jungle. It was a stroll. A milk run though. Okay, we get back to super diggity do brought me. We get back to the super diggity drop. Okay, we gotta get biggity. Oh, eagle chickadee chest. He's telling me big bonk. Ow, quit flying into me, eagle chest. I'm getting back to my commentary. Can't you see I'm doing the biggity best commentary I've ever done? Yeah! Here we go, ladies and giggly, biggity boys and giggly. It's gonna be Spassky. It's gonna be Spassky. He's incredibly awesome. Wiggly, wiggly. Here comes the riggedy rooks. The riggedy rooks lining on up for a biggity move on, diggity down the middle of the meaty chessboard. But the queen's gonna be back at beep. She's decided to biggity back on a beep. I'd love to watch her back up though. Here comes the queen. She's gonna be actually supporting that biggity pawn. She's just supporting the biggity pawn. But it's a queen side assault from our heroic hero, Biggity Bannik. Biggity Anatolij, biggity Bannik. The exchange on diggity down. OMG, but here comes the biggity bishop. Holy cow! Oh, but the rickety rook sends some smashing down the biggity board like a pistol grip pump action sawed-off shotgun right down the middle, and it's a 2 combo breaker. But here we can see the biggity bishop's got the biggity moves, and suddenly the rickety rook's gonna take advantage of that too. It's a chicky check. Wowzers, Boris Spassky, chicky check. Wowzers, Boris Spassky, chicky check. And suddenly Wiggly White wasn't looking so good. Now he's looking definitely not so giggly good. He's lost a rickety rook and 2 biggity pawns, but wait, he's up 2 horses. Of course that's pretty good. Of course he's ready to offer that queen exchange. Boris Spassky against the rickety ropes. He's ready. He's so rigid and ready. He's just so rigid and ready to accept that exchange. There's an exchange. The queen's going out for a diggity dinner date. Go shopping at the Miggity Mall because they're on their way out of here. As they exchange on diggity down, chicky Spassky, chicky Spassky versus Anatolij Biggity Bannik. Biggity Bannik and the Wiggly White. Biggity Bannik and the Wiggly White. Chicky Biggity moving on, diggity down the Biggity board. Like, holy cannoli, I'm gonna change my return address over here because I'm Biggity moving over here, says the king. He's Biggity controlling the Biggity middle of this Biggity board, but he's up against Biggity Spassky. He's up against Biggity Spassky. That doesn't bode well for anybody. Going up against Spassky, no, that doesn't Biggity bode well for absolutely. Unless your name's Biggity Bobby Fischer, you better not go up against Spassky. Unless your name's Biggity Bobby Fischer, and you've got like entire world on your shoulders. Like, oh my gosh, dang. Unless your name's Biggity Bobby Fischer, because only Biggity Bobby Fischer is Biggity better than Spassky. I think that's about the 100% tickety true. That's like 120% tickety true. All the rickety Russians, they was like, they loved Spassky so much that they decided not to. They were like, we can't beat him. We can't beat him. They just give him back massages during the chess games. Oh, Spassky! Dr. Dre on the beat. Dr. Dre on the beat. Chicky, wiggly, chicky, wiggly. Here we can see the final culmination of this giggly game. It's only a 6 minute. You got 6 miggity minutes on the riggedy wrestling mat. OMG, Spassky. Can he actually defeat Bannik? Can Bannik actually make the comeback to week 3? His king's a little exposed. His king was so biggity brave, but now he's a little exposed. OMG, here comes the attack from Spassky. He's gonna exchange on diggity down. The riggedy rook's gonna be shining, so sparkly. The riggedy rook, so sparkly. And actually, the king's gonna be in a disadvantageous position. Why don't you stay back in your castle, king? Because there's no biggity pawns back there to castle me on up. I lost all my biggity pawns exchanging on the biggity pawns that diggity down with Spassky. This guy's incredibly good. You think you can biggity beat Spassky? No, not likely. OMG, OMG. You know you gotta be good if only Biggity Bobby Fischer is Biggity better than Spassky. Period. Only Biggity Bobby. This is Wiggly. Why all the riggedy Russians? They weren't drawing on down to prepare. They weren't drawing on down to prepare for Biggity Bobby Fischer. Not likely. Biggity Bobby Fischer, he thinks they're afraid of him. He's like, oh, they're so scared of me. No, they're so scared of Spassky. They're drawing on down to prepare for Spassky. They're preparing for Spassky. And the Biggity best they could Biggity possibly ever Diggity do is actually a Diggity draw versus Spassky. So it's not like they're picking on you. You're just Spassky's that incredibly good. Biggity Bobby Fischer, quit whining. I know that maybe you're better than Spassky, but that's like the only one in the entire Wiggly world that's better than Spassky. So don't look down on Spassky. Don't look Biggity down on Spassky. You're the only one looking down on Spassky, Biggity Bobby Fischer. What the? Biggity Bobby Fischer, what the? Chicky. No one looks down on Spassky. I don't care how short he is. The tallest man in the world looks up to Spassky. The king's riggedy run away. OMG. Here's the final victory. Jiggity, chicky, chess, biggity, bullet style, biggity bra team, biggity part by, whoop, eagle, jiggity, chess, the biggity best, yes, biggity best, yes. Ernie Biggity Baltzar, mysterious Biggity man from Manila, mysterious behind the face shield, the COVID Biggity mask, the Sharpie down glasses on your face shield, Biggity man from Manila, chicky, chess, Biggity bullet style,